Hello, my name is Brianna Sinclair, and this is my 43rd week on HRT. If you like my content, please like, comment, subscribe. On my channel, I post mostly transgender content, and if you'd like to show me your support, you can do one of those things, either like, comment, or subscribe. If you'd like to see something specific, or you want me to cover a certain topic, just put that down in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to cover it. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So as I said, it's my 43rd week. Quick measurements update. My hips are 35 inches. My bust is 36 and a half. And my waist is 34 3/4. So my waist is still really tiny. And I'm thinking about getting a smaller waist trainer than what I have. To kind of see if I can go smaller and more really like cinch in my waist a little bit more. My hips, I don't know if that's due to me like changing my diet or something like that, or if that's actually where like my body is depositing fat, but we're gonna treat that as like the same way I treat my breast augmentation, well, not my breast augmentation, my breast measurements, or bust measurements, and wait and see if that sticks to next week. My bust did increase another 1/4 of an inch, which I'm super happy about, because seeing that my breasts are growing is very affirming, to be honest with you. And I know it seems like it's something I focus on. It's one of the most affirming, just because it's one of the ways that people usually identify, like, if someone's androgynous, like, oh, they have boobs, it must be a girl, or something like that. And I'm just trying to, like, get to that point where, like, I can go from being androgynous to being, like, super feminine, because that's the goal, is to try and, like, move my gender from being super masculine and then super feminine. That is my goal. And it's a very dumbed down way to put it, but, like, that's very briefly what it is. My emotional state, I would say, is stable for the most part. Recently, it's kind of been a little unstable as far as like me being sad and stuff like that, because certain things have come out as far as like my main job goes, and I am being let go. So there is that, and honestly, it's okay. I've been crying for the past 2 days about it, but, well, 3 days. And yeah, I've been crying a lot about it, and it's because it's not something I want. What I would much rather have is just being able to continue my career. But maybe sometime in the future, I'll be able to come back. Because I took pride in what I did. I wasn't great at what I did, but like I took pride in it, and I always gave my best. But with that being said, other than that, I think my emotional state is pretty good. I've been working on trying to maintain the control I've got, and usually the control that I have kind of manifests itself in like jokes and stuff that I could like tell and help like relieve any pain or discomfort that I may be feeling. And that's kind of just how I deal with things. Hair reduction and growth. I have noticed my hair reduction, like the growth rate, is super low. I think I shave like once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Just because like the hair on my body grows so slowly, which is still, it's really nice, to be honest with you. It's so nice. But having said that, I still don't like having any hair on my body at all. So I would kind of like it all to be removed at some point. Just because I don't like it. Yeah. But overall, my hair reduction has drastically decreased. I used to have to shave once every other day. Now I can go at least a week without shaving, and that's with me taking like hair growth vitamins and supplements and stuff in order to get like hair growth for like my actual hair. Breast growth. I have noticed my breasts growing a little bit. I don't think they're growing faster. I just think that they're just kind of like steady the whole time, which is nice. Especially when I noticed it. I now actually have like a little bit of cleavage if I wear like one of my like favorite outfits and stuff like that, and I enjoy that. But it's more like it's like a soft tissue that's kind of expanding. Well, a more solid tissue that is expanding into a soft tissue, and that's honestly kind of cool. They still hurt, they're still painful, and I cannot wait for that to go away, because allegedly that goes away in like the 2 to 3 year mark, and I'm not even 1 year in. So I've got a long way to go as far as that goes. My fat redistribution, I don't really think I've noticed anything yet. I've noticed like my skin and stuff getting softer, and like the fat redistribution to my face, but I haven't really noticed like my butt filling out, or like I guess like my hips are starting to grow, but like I don't fully know that yet, if that makes sense. But I am kind of excited to like see everything just kind of change and see like what actually happens. My sex drive. Sex drive is very low. But honestly, that's honestly good for me. Man, that's not entirely true. It's not really low, it's just more like I don't need it as much, so it's less annoying. I can still get off as much as I want to and stuff, and that is perfectly fine. I just don't need to anymore, and that's kind of nice. Because it's not as annoying for me, or as much of a pain, if that makes sense. Because it used to be, it was just like a need, and now it's more like a want, or like an option, I guess. It's not really a requirement anymore, which is nice. Being tired, I do get tired really easily and really frequently. So I do have to take plenty of naps. But that's also like, that was also a thing like whenever I went through puberty as like a male. I was always really tired because my body was changing, and all the energy I would use would be consumed by my body for those changes. Muscle development, I am very much slowly losing my muscle, which is honestly good, because I think it's making me feel more feminine. It's making me look more feminine, definitely. I get ma'amed and called by the correct pronouns a lot more, even with my voice, and it's kind of nice, because I think people are like starting to see like, oh, she's trying, like, she doesn't pass, but I can definitely see that there's effort put in. She worked her ass off to try it today. And that's true. I do work my ass off to try. I do like an hour to 45 minutes of makeup every day just to pass. And like put myself in a good position to be safe and stuff like that. This week I was kind of like essentially briefed that I would be losing my job and I need to be processed out. So that's probably going to take several months. So with me not being able to get my surgeries, but me still being able to get my hormones and stuff, it would just be, it might just delay my surgeries and stuff like that, so I might not get my FFS at my 1 year point, but I did plan to continue my series into other realms and stuff like that, just to see if that was something that would be more open and accepted. But I'm not sure how long I'm going to make this transition timeline. I know at least 52 weeks, because that's like, I think, the bulk of the changes, but I don't know if anyone's willing to like stick around for like years to see like everything come to fruition. I do plan to do like vlogs and stuff like that for like all of my surgeries and my packing lists and stuff like that, to help like my sisters and my brothers and stuff prepare for their surgeries. And granted, the trans men have like different surgeries and stuff. There are some things that can be like utilized at both times, and some things that you will need like probably for almost every surgery. And so that's kind of like what I'm hoping to do, is just create like a packing list that can be improved upon, and at some point, like maybe somebody will put out just like a master packing list for any type of surgery, and that's what I'm hoping to like contribute to. But yeah, this week we were briefed, and then we were given two options. We could voluntarily or involuntarily separate, and we'll be removed. And I chose to voluntarily leave because I wouldn't be losing a lot of money if I voluntarily left. And that was what essentially what was stated, and that's what I chose to do. So I went up to the administration office and said, hey, I need to start doing this. And they're like, okay. They knew why. They kind of know me up in the office, and all the people like me, as in like the transgender people. And as I started like doing my paperwork and stuff, I was just sobbing in front of my superiors, and I made one of them uncomfortable because they kept having to leave to go get napkins and paper towels for me to like soak up my tears. And eventually they just stopped coming back. It was very obvious that this is not what I wanted to do, but it's what I had to do. And that is that. I'm a little better now. Trust me, I've been trying to get through it and get over it, but it's a painful process to like lose my job, and I'm hoping that I can get another job doing something similar or like even better and can pay me better. I would like to live comfortably, doing what I enjoy, and most of the time like I enjoy like putting together things and like building things, like wiring things together. I think it's fun. I think that shit is fun. Like soldering, wiring up lights, and like doing circuits and stuff like that. I think that stuff's kind of fun, because at the end of it you get to see it light up, or you get to see it turn on, you get to see it work, and that's really cool. It gives you a great sense of like job satisfaction, because you're like, you know what, I did that. I gave it the ability to turn on. I did that. There's not a whole lot of people that can really like say that. But I do plan to like start sewing more and doing like a whole bunch of other things, getting back into all my hobbies and stuff, and closing out projects that I'd started, because I do have a problem with picking up things and like putting them down. But I want to close those things out and finally finish everything. My transition is probably going to be one of the few projects that like I don't set down because I can't. Yeah. See what else? What else? I have been arguing with like a couple of the people on my channel, and those that I was arguing with know who they are, and everyone will hopefully notice that their comments like were removed, specifically because I will not tolerate people being disrespectful, and if you can't have a good faith argument, I will treat you in just as bad faith as you treated the courtesy that I've granted you to even be on my channel. It is a privilege, not a right, to comment on my videos. I don't care if you have questions. I will answer your questions. But be respectful. And if you have questions, like, that are on the contrary, I don't mind having a good faith debate. But it will be respectful, and I'm hoping I can make some ground. Because I love to argue, I love to debate, and my rights as a transgender woman are something I am very passionate about and something I am very knowledgeable about. Am I the most knowledgeable? Not even close. Not even close. There are transgender women that could argue me under the table. They could argue me until I was blue in the face, and I would never win an argument against these people. But I do consider myself having the capability to hold my own in an argument, and I haven't lost one yet. I feel that's mostly because people like to like fall back on their feelings instead of like facts. So there's that. I wanted to address that because like I deal with every comment on here personally. I read all of them, and I respond to every one of them that I see personally. So yes, I read them, and I appreciate for everyone that's subscribed and commented. I appreciate all of that, and all the likes. My channel wouldn't be where it is without you guys. So I'd like to take this moment to say thank you. My style is somewhat changing my clothes. I am starting to like, because I have boobs and stuff like that now, and I can like, if I wear a push-up bra, I can like get cleavage and stuff. I do like to wear my push-up bra with things that like actually show them off a little bit, because I feel like that makes me like look more feminine, because it's like, oh, she has actual boobs. It's not like a breastplate or anything like that. It's most likely a girl, and usually I'm very passable physically, It's just whenever I start talking that like I really get given away, and that's why like I'm trying to work on my voice. I've just been, it's just a slow process, and I have noticed that like there's a huge difference between like whenever I first started and now. It's a huge difference, and I am excited for it. And that's kind of why I made this series. That's kind of why I started this channel, was to see where I came from and look where I've gone. This is where I am now. And I know where I've been, but to see it and hear it is a wild concept. Hearing my initial voice, seeing my initial self, seeing me grow into the woman I am is kind of a wild thing to see, honestly. But I think it's really cool. And I get that it could take a couple days to watch all these videos and like see my changes and progression from day one all the way up to the end. But to me, it was worth it. It took me the exact same time that like I stayed in my videos. We're at 43 weeks now, which means it took me 43 weeks to get here from the day I started hormones. At least that's what's tracked. I do plan to do a makeup video. I'm just currently packing right now because I do have to move, and that's part of me losing my job. I just need to set up like a good vanity area where I can do my makeup and record at the same time, because I don't think y'all want to be like right here the whole time, and you would rather see like how I'm doing things, how I'm keeping my hands and stuff balanced, and how I am able to get the effects that I do the way that I do them. I want to make a really good video for y'all, and I plan to do it the exact same way I do these. I plan to go from start to finish, and probably get like answer a couple questions like throughout the video. So I highly recommend, if you want me to if you want your question to be like featured in my makeup video, start the question with a little star. That way I can know to write it down and address that in my video. So that's what I would recommend. So if you've gotten this far, you know what to do. And with that being said, I think that's enough for tonight. If you like my content, please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me over on my Blue Sky, and if you'd like to talk to me more, I have a Discord that is, I'm trying to like get started, but it's not gonna be really anything without y'all. But this is Brianna Sinclair, signing off.